About the morning weather update. Hopefully you made it through the weekend fine. And now a cooler pattern emerging. Hey, good morning, my friends. This is MLive. Cooler pattern emerging across Michigan. We'll look at that. With that cooler pattern, today we at least get some spurts of some showers, maybe even a flake of snow mixed in there anywhere. I wouldn't rule it out. It's cold enough aloft, especially in northern sections of the state. And then we do have a slow warming trend. Hey, let's say hi first off to a few folks. Laura Savicki, good morning, Greenbush. That's up in the northeast corner of the state. And Lewiston, northeast corner of the state too. Pamela Sears and Becky Kansani. Hi, Joe. Hi, Mark. It is. That's all right, though. I've been called worse. And, hey, Marquette, everybody in the north wondering about the weather. So let's get to it. We will be talking about a cooler weather pattern for a couple of days and then a slow warming trend. Actually, at this time of the year, I always feel like I got to show you every few days what normal is or what the average temperatures are, because remember, they're going up about a degree every 2 to 3 days now. So the sun is gaining a lot of power. So we'll talk about that, and then we'll look at that slow warming trend on the way for this week. All righty. Bear with me. You know, after a week of vacation, sometimes you just go, woo. So we do have some spurts of showers around lower Michigan right now. Nothing real heavy, nothing real widespread, but the colder air has come in and we are getting lake effect rain showers. And there's been a little bit of a report of some snow up in the UP. So what I would expect in Lansing and Grand Rapids, Detroit, Ann Arbor, Flint, Saginaw, the Thumb, Bay City, I would expect a few 15-minute, half-hour spurts of some rain showers. Looks like through the morning hours, should be over by the afternoon. Here's our model forecast that shows you the rain forecast, and we're going to go out quite a ways into the future. Okay, so this is today, and notice the circular lines, and maybe you're at home and you've got, unfortunately, more time on your hands. You can kind of absorb this a little bit more. Those circular lines, those are isobars, lines of equal pressure. And when they're kind of shaped like a C, that means they act like low pressure and act like some air that can make precipitation. And that's what we're into now, is what we call the cyclonic flow around a storm system. This is this evening, and that cyclonic flow is breaking down and doesn't totally go away, so we don't get a totally clearing sky, but it gets rid of the precipitation, it looks like. And we go into tomorrow, we should be generally dry. We're a little cool, so we can get a spurt of a shower here or there. Hey, good morning, Brian Donaldson. Carson Young, when can I put some grass seed down? Right now is a great time because we have warming temperatures. A soil usually needs to be about 50, 55 degrees, 60s better for a soil temperature to get the grass seed to germinate, and that's probably happening in about the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, so now would be a great time. Now we're into Wednesday and Thursday, dry weather, light winds. So even though we're just going to inch out of the cool weather, we won't have a big ferocious wind to deal with, and we'll gradually get more and more sunshine through the week. Now we're into Friday, and the next storm system, what I like about the next storm system is, again, a subtle sign of spring. And hopefully you've picked up that I've been trying to play Captain Obvious and bang you over the head with a frying pan that says spring is coming early this year, not late. And this is one of those subtle signs. I'm going to post more about that on MLive today. But the subtle sign that I see is as the storm approaches, this is Saturday, it's weakening and dwindling out. So yeah, by late Saturday or Sunday, we could have a few showers around, but it's not one of these robust, big low pressure centers that circulates around the cold air and the rain showers for several days. Again, a sign that the warmth in the southeast, record heat in the southeast, is inching northward and acting as a block to keep that cold air and more wintry-like weather up to the north. Then we get into early next week, and there's another system coming by. But the good news here is that we're generally going to a little bit drier compared to normal than wetter. And that's good news for gardeners, for folks that want to plant grass seed. And yes, our farmers have had a tough time over the last year or so with just every aspect of farming. So hopefully this gets them off to a good start also. All right, just a little bit closer of a look, a little more squiggly lines for you here, okay? This is the same model, wider perspective. Hopefully you can pick out Michigan. Hopefully you can pick out Texas, Louisiana, Florida. Get your perspective. I wanted to show you the cool air in place for tomorrow and for Wednesday. And then as you see those red lines approach, that's the milder air starting to shift in as we go into Friday and into the weekend. That's another nice sign of that cold front not barreling through the area and a big reservoir of cold behind it. Look at that. Saturday to Sunday, cold front comes through and we warm up behind the cold front. Another sign that the warmth in the south has a little more power right now than the cold in the north. And as we go into early next week, that kind of looks like a warm pattern to me. I wonder if the Climate Prediction Center's extended forecast that I'm going to show you here in just a moment is going to be off some, because a lot of times they'll use the GFS. They also use the European. We're looking at the European, and it's been pretty consistent. All right, high temperatures for today. Hey, good morning, Bill Martin. Good morning from Southwest Florida. Leslie Wilson. Hope to start driving home Saturday. So fishing on Friday is going to be more comfortable. Yes, I would say, Joshua Golden. Let's go back. I got a fellow fisherman asking here. I want to check the wind for you on Friday. You're looking at a fairly light southeast wind. Go for it. Definitely a great activity in what we have going on right now. Hey, are you like me when you watch the news and you watch a doctor expert get on there? The biggest thing they're saying now is don't touch your face. Don't touch your face with your hands. Don't touch your mouth. Don't touch your nose. Don't touch your eyes. That's how it gets into your system mostly. And as soon as they say that, all your face does is start to itch. Your eyes start to itch. You go, oh, and your nose didn't itch until they say that. It's something. All right, so today we're in the 40s. Tomorrow we're in the 40s. Wednesday, we try to inch toward 50 degrees in a lot of places. Thursday, we inch into the mid-50s. I'll show you normal in just a moment. Friday, we head toward 60 degrees. Let's call it 55 to 60. Then we go to Saturday in the 50s and Sunday in the 50s. So it's really not that bad of a weather pattern when we look at it as a whole. What is normal? Well, April, March, and April normals are just wild fluctuations averaged together. But this is the average high temperature for today. Detroit, 52 degrees. Lansing, 50. Saginaw Bay City, Midland, 50. Grand Rapids, 50. Kalamazoo, 52. Traverse City, 46 would be a long-term 30-year historical average high temperature. So when we're talking about 40s today and tomorrow, we're a little cooler than normal. And we're talking about mid-50s by late in the week. We're slightly warmer than normal, but I want to remind you that our average high, what we're looking at, is going up 1 degree every 2 to 3 days now, okay? Gay Kavanaugh, good morning. How much rain coming this week? Thank you. We won't have, well, we have the spurts today, and that's less than 1/10 of an inch in any spot. Then dry through the week, and then Saturday night or Sunday, we would have showers, and that looks like it would probably be 1/4 of an inch. So really, it's a fairly dry forecast coming up. Okay, so here's the 6 to 10 day forecast, and it calls for about normal temperatures. And then let's go back to the 8 to 14 day forecast. I'm not so sure about this. We might see this one change a little bit today when they reissue it, and that calls for slightly better chances of slightly cooler than normal than warmer than normal. And again, remember, when those percentages are just at 33 to 40%, that means it's a lower confidence because a clear pattern has not emerged. So there's our morning update. Whew, glad we made it through the weekend, right? Let's say hi to some folks. Kimberly Leapley, good morning. Hey, thanks for all the smiley faces and the American flags. Thank you very much. I'm going to try this Polish name. Terry Naporalski. Good morning. Jonathan Martinez is fishing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Jonathan, are you going to Tippy Dam? Now, I'll warn you, my son tipped me off on this, that they're talking about closing the parking lots at Tippy Dam. I don't know if this is a sure bet just yet, but if you've ever been there where they're fishing for steelhead, it's shoulder to shoulder. It's almost like synchronized swimming, but it's synchronized fishing. So it's not a social distancing sport in some of those places when the steelhead start to run. So you better check ahead on that and see what's going on. Good morning, Lori Dufresne and Michelle McGee. So there you have your update. Spurts of showers today, clouds, gloomy, cooler in the 40s. Breezy too. Take the coat with you. Tomorrow, about the same, although dry and maybe starting to get some peaks of sun. And then by Wednesday, we start to see that sunshine again, lighter wind, and get that feel that spring is on the way. Today, I'm going to be talking on MLive, and I'm going to post for you about the signs of spring that I saw yesterday on my walk through downtown Frankenmuth. And I saw, from a meteorologist standpoint, I looked at the clouds. I saw some strong signs of spring. I want to share those with you in a post on MLive. Also want to share with you that several of the Great Lakes are going to come in March as record water levels. So I'll have the numbers on that for you. And one of my friends, a storm chaser, I've chased tornadoes with him before in Michigan with success. He's a nut about it, so he goes whole hog. He caught one this weekend in Illinois, sent me the video, so I'm going to share that with you also. So there you have it. Thanks for joining me. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Remember to join the Facebook group that we have at MLive called Michigan Weather. It's all things weather. You don't have to listen to all that other stuff, just weather when you need a break. And we'd love to have you on the group. Thanks for joining me, and have yourselves a safe distance Monday.